Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Son, along with my co-host Jay Camp and Taylor Day, and this is the Jason Files Show, where we talk Marvel, sometimes a little music, and some sports occasionally. But today we are talking Captain America: Brave New World. I don't know how y'all felt about it, but we're gonna let y'all know how we feel. So before we get into all that stuff, I would like to thank all our new subscribers. We have been gaining some steam over the last week. I'm not used to it, so I'm appreciative. Shout out to all the trolls that's been trolling me in my comments on some of my videos. Y'all think y'all slick, but y'all ain't gonna get me. Uh,
Hey,
yeah, you know what I mean. But
They hit you with the trolling.
anyways, man, bro, they trolling. But anyways, Taylor Day, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great because I saw the movie this
Bars.
morning.
Yes,
I
sir.
had some angels dedicate donate some tickets to me, some real ones. And so I went to see it this morning, and yeah, I'm good. So I'm ready to talk about it. How are y'all?
Mhm.
yes. J Camp, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I was off work today. It's been like in the
Bless,
80s
bless.
here the past 3 weeks. Probably like one of the only places in the United States, man, where we've had like beautiful weather. No clouds in
Yeah.
the sky. It's been real. Plus, I got to see that cat first day it came out, man. So I'm ready to get
Hey.
into it.
Indeed. Everything's good, man. We in the cold, chilly box,
We
Indiana. I
outside.
froze, bruh. I wish I wasn't outside today. I'm not gonna lie to you, boy. Brother had more layers on than a lasagna, a
Dang.
piece of
Oh no.
lasagna out here, boy. My layers was thick
So
today.
you had the cottage cheese and
You
everything
said
Bruh,
in that joint.
the
The,
ricotta, and
the
we
three
had,
cheeses.
you said more layered than a seven-layered salad.
bruh, we
Anyway.
out here. We was out there
Like your
today, but
grandmother's mac and cheese. Be thick as I don't know
you
what.
already know what that do to you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, man, I'm good. Everybody else is good, I hope. And I'm itching to talk about this movie. Taylor
Yes,
Days, her mind is the freshest because she's
it's
seen it the
fresh.
most recent. I thought I was going to be able to go out and
Mm.
see it a second time Sunday, but I didn't get to, which is cool. I'll probably sneak out in the next week or so and grab, peep it one more time. You know what I mean? But we're going to start off straight spoiler free, just right out the gate, just in case anybody peeped this and wanted to see our just initial thoughts. So I'm gonna shoot that to the most recent person who saw this because it's probably a little more fresh on their mind. But Miss Taylor
Yeah.
Day, just give me a
Hey,
non-spoilery reaction to your first viewing
Hey.
of
I
Brave New
I
World.
thought yeah, I thought it was good. I don't know if I had a little bit lower expectations for it. And that maybe like has made my rating a lot higher, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was really solid. I thought like, sure, we're all wanting something to be completely new and different from what Marvel has done like over the years. But number one, all the most of the origin story movies in like the previous um like for example, like the original Captain America movie was boring to me. It was
Right.
super boring, and like
Mm.
I probably prefer this one to the original Cap movie. I felt like there was great action, interesting story, not crazy about the villain. I thought it was great, but didn't quite hit the mark. Um, it was like I was liking it, but then visually seeing the villain, I was like, so there were some goofy moments here and there, but all around, I really did enjoy the movie. I liked it. I liked how they're setting up the characters. I don't know. I liked that. That was solid. That was solid. What did you guys think?
No doubt. Jay Camp, what'd you think?
I mean, pretty much the same as Taylor Day. Um, I was entertained. I didn't think the movie was great. Thought it was good. Thought it was entertaining. There was definitely some holes in the movie that we can certainly call out later in the show. But overall thoughts was, I mean, I was pleased, man. I thought Anthony Mackie did a great job.
Yeah.
Um, the guy who played Isaiah Bradley, I thought blazed that
Lumley.
role,
Yeah.
blazed it. I mean, I thought for the most part the acting was really good, man. And we got back to like boots on the ground. We wasn't out in space trying to figure out like what what universe are we in? You know, we in like six
Okay.
one six. I would like where are we at right now? You know what I'm saying? So it was easy to kind of like tie together the connective tissue. I do wish there was more references though to Falcon and the Winter Soldier because there was
Mm,
still a lot of things that was left unsaid with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know,
Mhm.
like where was the power broker? Like what happened to the remaining, valves of super soldier serum? Like, are we just kind of leaving that behind? That was like some of the stuff I didn't personally like. I wish we would have at least kind of closed the loop there, but also getting Bucky Barnes in there to kind of set up his new role going forward. I like that, and I get it. Marvel's trying to like take us in a different direction because a lot of the stuff that dropped was mid before this. If we been all the way one beam with it, it was
Yep.
mid. So
Mhm.
now I think we're starting to kind of get back to the Marvel lore that kind of had us all fans to begin with. But that was pretty much my perspective, and we can definitely talk about the things that we didn't like later on.
Dig it, dig it. Real quick, do you have another effect on your voice? It kind of sound like your voice is deeper, like you was doing ad libs on a joint.
got that Barry White going on.
Yeah,
That's
like
wild.
it's
That's wild.
way down
Yeah.
there.
What I'm pro-
No, it's
yeah, I'm
all
gonna
gravy
probably
though. I was just
I'm gonna
wondering.
probably switch up the mic then. That's probably what I'm
Nah,
gonna
you cool. You good, man.
Dropping
I
that
was just
low,
wondering.
low.
But anyways,
do.
yeah,
No,
I
it
pretty
ain't
much.
nobody funny. That's hilarious
You got
though, man.
oh man. But nah, man, I pretty much echo the same things, man. There was a lot of good points. There was some missed opportunities, but overall, if you're just sitting down with your popcorn, you're entertained. Like that's what you all you really want while you're at the movies to be entertained. And if you went in with some, things in mind, uh, maybe things you want to see moving forward or setting up some certain things, it gave you a lot of that stuff. So I'm happy with it, but I know there is a lot that they could have done better and they left out, or like, why didn't you think of this type stuff? And we're going to get onto that here in the spoiler section of that. But overall, I think we all can agree that this was it was pretty good though. It was
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
All political things aside, too. Gotta throw that out there as well.
Yeah, that I don't attach this to the real world political thing, but that is
Yeah.
something we're talking maybe the spoiler side, because I think I listened to Voss and he said something to me. I was like, I think they pulled out some stuff due
Yeah.
to the fact that it was going to come out in this highly polarizing political
Could
time.
totally see
So
that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So with that being said, spoiler free. That was our thoughts. If you have anything to add to that without spoiling anything on this side of it, holler at us in the comments. But let me see who said something. Mid movie, just as mid as Civil War was. Now,
Civil War
Civil
wasn't
War
mid.
was not mid, bruh. Civil War was not mid at all.
Civil War wasn't mid.
Nah, that definitely
I
wasn't.
do.
Uh, nah,
I agree with this
not
one
lying
though.
on this one. You're not
I
lying.
I agree a lot with this comment though.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, just because it is John Carlos.
Yeah.
If it was somebody else, I really wouldn't trip. But yeah.
Like I would like. Anyway, we'll get that spoiler.
I still got to come back to that one more time. Civil War was mid. Wow.
How
You
is
got high
Civil War mid
expectations.
though?
And I would love to see what your top 5 is, just so we can, at least your top 10, I would say. But, anyways, all right, y'all ready to get into some spoilers though, so we can just talk
Let's
freely
go.
and not All right. So from here on out, you see the tag on the bottom. It's all spoilers from here. You cannot hold us accountable for what comes out of our mouth for now. All right.
So you can't hold us accountable.
Nah, you can't. You can't. All right. The first thing we're gonna talk about is Sam. Sam 1000% solidified himself as uh, brother Captain America. To me, this boy, first of all, he acted his ass off in here. I mean, he always does. He does his thing. There's no problems there. Even the people that I've seen that said they didn't like this movie, he was usually one of the bright spots that they came to. And I totally agree. There was nothing weak about the performance. His action scenes were dope. Um, he embodies what Captain America is and was. I mean, he's no
Facts.
different from Steve, other than the super soldier serum. And his suit kind of makes up for that if you just being one thou wow. He did battle a Hulk by his damn self. So
Sam.
that part.
Fuck that.
You know what I mean? He Sam is that guy. Let's just be clear. Sam, he survived how many movies? He's been in the MCU since Winter Soldier, which was what,
Yeah.
2014 ish.
Look that up.
It was around. He's been a decade. He's a decade in. Let's just keep it real. Yeah, he's a decade in.
Mhm.
Only person who took him out was Thanos, and that was with a snap. So let's just give my boy his
With no
props.
serum.
Yeah, with no serum. I've been
With
that's
no
that,
scissor.
that's the most trolling thing I've been getting as of late.
Hmm.
He's not Captain America. I'm like,
That, but that should be truly more flowers.
It's,
I mean,
yeah.
I take that as flowers than a snub because this man's over here getting busy. Pause. With no super soldier serum.
none.
You know what I'm saying? Battling the Red Hulk. Come on, fam. Like, put some
Yeah.
respect on Sam's name. Like, that's what we gonna do
Mhm.
today. We gonna put some respect on Sam's name.
On this
We gonna
here Black History Month, we
we
go
gonna
with
get
some
some more
respect.
trolls. We gonna get some more trolls sliding through because I want y'all to
Yeah,
come through. We gonna have a
yeah,
conversation about Sam Wilson getting busy.
yeah. Sam is that guy, man. I have no problem. I hope we get another Captain America movie because I feel like they need to put more respect on his name and you know what I mean raise the stakes for my guy. Because if you really think of it, he really wasn't challenged in this entire movie. It took a whole Hulk to challenge him in this movie, and maybe
Yeah.
that's you know the writing or just the story in general. But you know what I mean, like he's like that. Like the kids say these days, he like that.
He
I
like
So
like
that one
that.
I'm
meanly.
just
He's
y'all
like
need to
that, man.
put respect on him. Do y'all have anything to add to that? Because Sam was great in this movie to me. Mm.
Absolutely,
Uh,
man. I mean, Sam was um, not just like the act. I should say not just like the portraying Captain America. It was about the leadership. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Sam showed all the qualities that we want in a cap. He didn't
Mhm.
get down. He didn't fold. You know, his back was against a wall multiple times. And what did he do? He overcame. You
Mhm.
know, and he's a patriot. You know, a lot of people want to throw that connotation out there as well. But Sam is the true definition of a patriot because he didn't
Mhm.
have to engage if he didn't want to. You know, but he understood a man was done wrong for many, 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 many years. He was locked into Bing. We're talking about
Mhm.
Isaiah Bradley, you
Right.
know, and Sam fought for what was right when it comes to justice. And that's what Captain America was all about, making sure that people had the opportunity to be free, embodied citizens. And Sam showed that. Sam he embraced it. He embraced the role. He really did not want it, but he was
Right.
handpicked by the God himself, Steve Rogers. That alone to me is enough for us to say this dude is worthy. I mean, Steve Rogers held the millionaire. He he had it. Like, you know, he was
He's
There's
worthy
worthy.
no,
of it.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
no replacing
If a
Steve.
man is worthy of that, he's worthy of saying this guy deserves the shield.
Right.
Nobody
Hmm.
else could do that, man. Sam is like, again, man. Sam is different, man. You know, he earned that. He deserved it, and he's upholding it. You know, to me, he's there's gonna be some tough shoes to follow. Sam Wilson. I mean,
Right.
You can argue really he's a iller Captain America than Steve Rogers when you just kind of boil it down to when you break it down piece by piece, frame by frame.
Hmm.
Sam Wilson's that dude. He didn't need the super soldier serum to get the job done. Steve did. Steve did. Steve had heart. That's different. You can't replace heart, but he didn't have up there. It's just different for Sam though. Taylor, I'm gonna let you go in.
I think everyone needs to remember going back to the very first Cap movie. A lot of what made Steve Rogers, and Cap was like his integrity, his humility, like again
Mm-hmm.
him being a patriot and like having all those his character, and that is genuinely who Sam is also at his heart.
Same.
So like it's super serum or not, that is what makes you Captain America, are those things. And Sam has that. And I loved the entire time during the movie how Sam was kind of like wrestling it with himself, like, should I do this? Am I this? Like, and then coming to that, like, acceptance at the end. That like, no, I am going to do this. Like, yes, I am worthy. Yes, I am these things, and I'm going to do it this way. And it's genuine in the way that like Steve would have wanted. That's why Steve gave it to him. So I love Sam as Cap. I think he did great. I think he did a great job filling in those boots, those shoes as the new Cap.
The boots,
And
the
and
Tims. He
I
did a
I
great
think he's,
job filling in the Tims.
yeah, them Tims. They were heavy, and he did it all while not having super serum, like that super scissor,
I
like
mean, we got to keep
The
repeating
super
that.
scissor.
that super scissor. That's
Sam did
dating
not
us. That makes
have
us
the
sound old. Nobody
super
says scissor
scissor.
anymore.
Like this
Nobody
man is
says scissor
normal.
Right.
Like
anymore. We're
Bringing
old.
it.
I think we as humans respect normal. We
Yeah.
respect people who's closer to like us. We always say not like us. If you got the super soldier serum, you kind of not like us. You might be like us with mentality, like
Hmm.
Steve Rogers was, but you can't just sit down at grandmama's table and eat the ham and grits. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
What
You're
was the
not that
line
type
that
of guy.
Bucky said to He said Steve was the one that everybody would admire. Sam is the person that everybody aspires to be.
Inspired.
Yep.
Meaning, I can
Exactly.
be like Sam. I can't
Yep.
be. I can't be Steve. I
You
just
said
And
can't
it.
that's a
unless I
better
go do the
mantle.
lab rat thing.
That's
That
a
puts a
better
bow on
mantle
it.
to like,
That
have.
puts a bow
Right.
on
He's
it.
the everyday man.
He's
Hmm.
everyday man,
Pure
man. That
example. If you put your mind to it and you have the will to do it and want to do it, you can do it.
he
You
can
can't
do it.
say
Yep.
He's
that
Bruce
about
Wayne
Steve.
without the bread. He's Bruce Wayne
Hmm.
without the bread.
Which
Right.
again is even more relatable. Like
Right.
Exactly,
it's a
man.
better hero. It's a better
He's from the
character.
streets. If we
He's
just being
from
real, he's from the
Brooklyn.
streets.
Right.
You know.
Facts. But in all seriousness, though, I don't even want to compare the two. I just
Yeah,
want
it's not
everybody
fair.
to
Yeah,
know
it's not about
that
comparison.
Sam is worthy of the mantle of
Oh
Captain
yeah.
America because
Facts.
Oh
Facts.
yeah.
everybody on this panel right now, we all rock with Steve. There's no question. We
Yeah,
with
like
Steve
I
hard
don't want to
body.
put the two
It's just
together. Like, 'cause
we
Steve is
just
that
want
guy.
y'all to
Like,
let y'all know
Yeah.
Steve is my
he's
guy.
worth.
Pause. You know, don't want to
It.
put the two together at all.
Nah, but let's shift to the polar opposite side of the spectrum. I'm really starting with all the pros, the things that I really like. My second guy is Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford really
Mm,
was in here in his
Class
acting bag.
act. Like
He was doing what Harrison Ford do.
Han Solo,
I haven't
aka
seen
Henry Jones.
a lot of Harrison Ford movies, but your Indiana Jones is your
yeah.
fugitives and things like this. But he was killing it in this, man. He had to play like multiple roles at the same time. You know what I mean? I had to be the good guy. He had to be
He's the
the
man.
conniving
The
governmental,
angry
the
guy.
president dude. He had the
He's the
whole
man.
series. Then he had to be the big red guy. Like he embodied all that stuff. We understood his struggle. We,
Mhm.
he loves his daughter, even though he, what I mean, in all likelihood, he ain't shit though. You know, he's been doing some
Yeah,
foul stuff on
I
the low,
mean,
Right,
but
all
right.
it.
he's really doing all this now for his daughter because he
Right.
wants his legacy to you know what I mean,
Yeah.
to be good.
That's
But
his weakness,
he
man.
just acted that shit out so good.
He
I was
just
so
make
proud of him.
Harrison Ford is that
And
guy.
old as hell. Yeah, he
he's a
old.
beast.
He hopping into the MCU like he been here before. I appreciate
Listen,
it.
Listen, he
he's
has.
a beast, man.
Yeah, and I'm glad it
Harrison
didn't
Ford is
kill him.
that guy.
I hope he comes back in some form or capacity at some
All I'm
point.
saying is,
But
whatever
you
he's
know
trying
he
to do with
come
that
back. He gonna
man,
come back savage.
whatever
It's
they're
true.
trying to do with him, they need to hurry up and do it because that man is he.
Right.
Time is
Okay,
ticking.
Yep.
Facts.
hello, like hurry
Facts.
up,
Salute,
like
salute
don't do
William
like how
Hurt.
you did the last one.
I think
Right.
they will
William
do it
Hurt.
quick though.
Salute him because he started
Yeah,
this.
I think they
But
will do it
respect to
quick
the
though.
original.
you think
You
so?
know.
But the thing is, like, how quick can they do it? Because we don't see, like, in the roadmap that they have laid out, he has no place unless he's going to get, Doomsday or Secret
Yeah,
Wars. That's about it, and that's still what 3 or next year is Doomsday,
Well,
and the following year is Secret
I think
Wars.
it
So
kind of goes back to his overall mission was to create a different type of super soldier. So
yeah,
he
yeah,
still
that's how it
has some
started.
things locked up inside inside the wig piece that nobody knows about besides the leader. You know, the leader ain't gonna just snitch because the leader he's not that type of snitch. He wanted to bring Ross down, but he
Right.
wasn't gonna
yeah,
like tell his deepest, darkest stuff. That wasn't the
yeah,
goal. So, and we don't
I
know
agree
who
with
all
that.
he was working with. It could have been Hydra, all kinds of folks that Thunderbolt Ross was working
Mhm.
with. You know, he's got some stuff in the tuck that we don't know about. And I believe again, that's why I wish they would have tied together the Winter Soldier and Falcon and the Winter Soldier with this particular movie, so we would know like what was kind of going on behind the scenes and who was kind of moving things from a political perspective. I mean, we seen Val, but I think it was bigger than Val. I think Ross and some other and the leader was like pulling strings at that
yeah.
particular point in time. So I do think there is a place for Ross moving forward.
Yeah, I hope so. But his eyes locked up like a mug right now, right next to the
He's there.
leader.
He's
I
in the
wonder if they
ring
cutting off communication because
with
they all
Zemo.
you can't have
he's in
how you got
he's in
both
the
of them
ring
in the
with
same
Zemo.
room
I
that
don't
can
think
talk.
they're. This is the thing. It made it seem like they're on different levels. Like there's probably like levels to the raft and not just one circular room. Because
Hmm.
it seemed like the rest of the room was empty where Ross was and where Sturgis was. Sturgis? What was his last name?
Sam Stearns, yeah, that's
Stearns.
Stearns.
Yeah, where Stearns was. It seemed like he was on a completely separate
Stern.
unit.
Right. Yeah, classic name.
Yeah, I mean we all know that the raft ain't all that secure.
Nah.
It's been broken into before, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll
And
see. We'll see.
Cap and them
We'll see
pulled up.
the probability. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, look, I'm kind of want to stick to that character though. Thunderbolt Ross is actually super grimy, dude. He has had the leader
He's
locked up
savage, bro.
since 2000 and what 6 2000. He's had him in the Bing for long, and he has been pretty much siphoning information and keeping himself alive from this dude. The leader has really been orchestrating all this stuff. I wonder how much the leader has really touched. Like, did he orchestrate the Sokovia Accords?
Mm-hmm.
Did he? I'm trying to think what else. Was he
That's
behind
Tupac.
what happened in the
The
Winter
leader is
Soldier?
Tupac.
Mm-hmm. What?
He said since Tupac moved to Cuba.
Yeah, he
Oh
was
my
Tupac, man.
gosh.
Like in there for he got his
That's funny.
jewels up. He was passionate. He wanted to take down the system. I mean,
Mhm.
I was kind of feeling the leader a little bit. I mean,
The
because he
thing
kind of
about the
felt like us at the end of the day. Now, granted, his initial mission was grimy because he wanted to use gamma radiation for something completely different. But at the end of the day, it was bigger than that. He was like, you know what? I'm about to take down the system that tried to take me down. You know, and
yeah, I
felt
think
like
the
he
leader's
needed
mission was
his
just too
Tupac back.
personal. It was too personal. It was all about Ross by the end of it.
Mhm.
Like that's all
But
he
I
cared
kind of
about
feel
was
him though. He
Ross.
put him in the
Oh, I
beam for all
understand.
them years.
Yeah. I dig it, but it didn't make him feel extra villainous. Like the leader is, and he's a diabolical guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it just, I think they honed in that point
So you wanted
too
him to be
much.
more like a Joker, Lex Luthor
Right.
type villain, the mastermind
Kind of.
behind it in that way.
I mean, if
I'm
you have
honest.
that much
Go ahead.
intelligence, then yeah.
Yeah, that part. And then why did he turn
Yeah,
himself in at the end?
that's
I
true
just,
though. I mean,
I don't get
because when
that.
you got that supreme intelligence like that, maybe he was calculating so much. He was like, "Man, I got to move
Hmm.
like super strategically
Right.
because I'm dealing with like god level, superheroes too. So
Mhm.
if I make this move, Thor gonna pull up. If I make this move, Captain Marvel gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Photon. He had all these different people that could eventually. I mean, that's what happens when
I
you have
know.
the ultimate jewel. I mean, he has the ultimate jewel. He's like, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've calculated.
he
It's
did.
almost
He did
unfair
say that. So
when you
I
think
don't
about
know. I think he got himself caught from being petty at the end of the day. I'm like,
but he
come on.
wanted to be caught though. That's
He
kind
did.
of the other
That's why I want to
situation.
know, why did he want to get caught?
You
Because
guys
he
saw
had to
the
see
post
the
credit scene,
Red
right?
Hulk in full
Yeah,
force.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he basically just said, I see it all. I see it all coming. Heroes against heroes
Yeah,
fighting.
like Secret
Like
Wars, right? That's a not Secret
Secret Wars.
Wars.
Yeah, or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think that's forecasting Avengers versus X-Men in Doomsday, like a subplot.
Yeah, I
But
seen
I
that
don't
too.
know. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. But yeah, we can keep. We'll get back to the leader later in the show because he's the, I don't know. He's kind of in the middle for me on this one. But other things that I like, we talked about Isaiah Bradley, Carl. I think his name is Carl Lumley. Lumley, um,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
great, great. He was great in it.
that's great.
Only they missed
Excellent.
the opportunity though. They definitely missed the opportunity with him. I 1000% believe that Sam should have broke his ass out earlier. He
Yep.
shouldn't have
Mhm.
waited. I think he should have been there in the end fight against the Hulk. I think he should have
Completely
been
agree
there.
with that.
He should have had Thunderbolt Ross answer to him in his face that you knew this was a setup and you had me in here like they did for 30 years already.
Mm,
You're still gonna
mm.
set me up again. Like he knew all this shit. It didn't take very long for Ross to figure out who was behind the whole shit. Like they had
Yeah.
learned about it like 10 minutes after he actually attempted the assassination. So
Yeah,
why would you leave him locked that long? I didn't
Yeah.
like that part.
it
That's
would have been too Malcolm X at that point though. I mean, like we
I
just would
mean
have been sitting in the movie theater. You know, what I mean, like,
I mean we would have,
and I don't think Disney was gonna go that far with it. I feel you though. I
but I
mean, I'm
think
right there with
everybody's
you.
like that though. Everybody who watched the Falcon and the Winter Soldier loved Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah, we
He
Yeah.
needs
we was heated. We was
Fantastic.
mad.
everybody wants to see his backstory. Everybody wants to see
Yeah,
him. They want to see all that shit. So it would have been completely justified for them to pull him out of, Sam just
I
break in,
completely agree.
go off the books, forget being,
But
I completely agree
you
with that.
run the risk of that song being played and him going rogue wherever they were.
now you better put some headphones in. I got this new album. We can get
So they needed
throw him
a
the eye
noise
joint,
cancellation joint.
the noise
Yeah. Just leave these on, Isaiah. Like, dang, you
boy, man.
slowed us down.
Get him together, man. I did. Carl Lumley is not a young man either.
Hmm.
So I seriously hope in Cap 5 we at least get a flashback or him jumping into the fray. Or even when he does assemble the actual Avengers, not have him on the team, but at least call him in for an assist at some point. I just want to see
Yeah.
him in action more, man. Don't just give me him because all he did in that whole skirmish
Was hold
was
the
he
punching bag.
he hit the punching bag. They showed that, and then when he actually shot at the dude, shot at President
Yeah.
Ross,
And
he
running
pretty
away.
much just turned. He turned and took Sam and threw him. He
Yeah.
ran. Once he got to the room, he threw the table at the door and jumped out
Yeah.
the window. That's literally all we got from him. He's a
That's all
super
they could. That's all they could cheat
that
with,
they could
with his
afford.
stunt double. That too.
Hey, he was looking a little stiff when he was running, though, wasn't he?
Right.
That arthritis had caught up with him, but he was
Listen,
out here though. I'm like,
Right.
man, he
That
can do
author
more.
got him in that knee. Tap that knee
But
one good time.
they could have did better. They could have did better with him. I think he's at least top 3 reasons to go watch this movie. But
Yeah.
it wasn't explained good enough for those who didn't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's the only thing I don't like.
like who is this?
wouldn't-
What do you mean the first cap? Like, yeah,
Right.
I totally.
Wow.
That hurt right there. That's why we was talking about need 15 to 20 more minutes in this movie. It's certain things y'all just needed. Just give me 2 minutes just to expound on that a little more, just for the newbies that just entered the room. But
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
'cause
wonder
people
what the
wouldn't
rush was.
understood Isaiah's mention. Like it just wasn't. They didn't give us enough of like who he was, why
Right.
he's here.
Mm,
You know, you really had to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier to kind of understand that piece. And even that was bare minimum.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't see that, you would find if you were new, you would think that was just a woke move for Disney or Marvel to put in there. It's like, nah, this is all cemented in the comics. This had 3-4 episodes of storyline that y'all dismissed. Y'all just didn't get it. So it's like, man, they could have did more with my man Isaiah, and they didn't even bring in his nephew. I was like, what is going on?
I'm just trying to figure out they're going to still do Young Avengers or not, because y'all keep waiting, and these Avengers ain't going to be young no more. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Arthritis Avengers is what they call
They're gonna
it.
be it's time to get a job Avengers because these
Bad back Avengers is what they call it. Lonzo
Speaking of
and,
that, man,
the Ball Brother Avengers is what they got. They're gonna be on the
Not the
IR.
Ball Brother.
Literally.
bruh. I swear, when I was in bed last night, I was sending y'all those pictures of that Iron Man. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I
That
was
was
so
too
tickled
funny.
by that. I
Right.
was so tickled
He
by
was
that.
on the.
He had to go to the storage unit to get his old suit, and it
It's
ran out of
like-
juice. Man.
Facts.
That's
He needed
just so
some
hilarious.
WD-40
That's
and everything.
right.
That was good.
Squeeze up in the elbows and the knee joints on.
Oh man. All right. Let's get back to this. Isaiah, bro. I'm trying to think of some of my other favorite parts of this movie. Because but when you watch a movie 4 or 5 days later, you can't like totally recount the movie in order. But I will say the action got me in this one.
Yeah,
I thought it was not going to be actually that good, but it actually turned out better than I
Yeah,
thought it
it
was.
had great choreography.
There's a
especially-
few things I didn't like, but it was okay.
I mean, the battle scenes on the island, on the Celestial
That's the
Island
one, boy.
was- whew.
That and the Hawk one. When Red Wing took the shield off his back and was guarding him from the airplane shooting at him, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's the coldest. Y'all was in y'all bag when y'all thought of that. I need more of that type of stuff. I need more of that. And speaking of that, since we talking about Celestial Island,
Mm-hmm.
only Sam can have a whole fight scene in the air that's actually not a fight scene. Do y'all realize he was completely trying to de-escalate a situation? He was not trying to battle nobody. His whole
could've
thing was
easily
he's trying to de-escalate.
bodied all them planes. He could have easily
Yeah,
took down them planes.
Yeah, he got everybody out safely.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. That's cap
That's
shit.
my
right there.
cat.
Yeah,
That's cap shit
work.
right there, y'all.
That's cap work.
Come on now.
That's cat
That's
work.
extra cap. Even walking, man. Why they roadie
no cap.
Joaquin? Why
That's
they
no cap,
roadie
but it's
Falcon?
all
Though?
cap.
They did. I love how they had Joaquin looking like a Ninja Turtle. I was like, doesn't he look so cute? Looking like a
His
Ninja
suit was
Turtle in his costume.
He
I
was
like his
looking
little
like a
suit.
G.I. Joe, though.
Yeah,
He truly
I like the
was.
suit though. I bet you they
Yeah,
change the
suit
color
was-
scheme next time though.
Oh, they're gonna have
Yeah,
to.
the suit was
But
dope.
it's-
Yeah,
It-
I like
it. Looked almost too hand-me-down. You know, it's
Yeah,
like you
but
getting your uncle's Easter suit. That's what a Captain looks like.
I mean, it's not the
I didn't
official
think it
suit
looked.
yet, so
No, it's not. But it didn't look like it. Didn't even look hand me down to me. It just looked like he was.
Man, it
He
looked
just
like
had a
the
vision because
canary.
it had everything. It was more than Falcon's suit in the first place. Like Falcon
mm,
only gave him some wings. He actually had
mm.
shoulder pads. He had, you know what I mean. He had an actual suit.
I
So
mean, he
it
did, but it
but
still looked
it
like the canary suit that your uncle used to rock.
Ah, that's
It was still
terrible.
a yellow
that's
joint.
cold. The East, oh, not the yellow, the Dick Tracy fam.
Right, the
You see,
Dick
he had the Dick
Tracy,
Tracy.
the
On.
original, the original I watch. You know,
Oh my
the
gosh.
original joint.
Where we at on time? Okay. So, all right, we're 35 minutes in. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Anyways, I'm trying to keep my eye on the time because
Yeah.
you know how we get. But anyways, all right. I'm gonna pass it around the room. I want everybody to just tell me some things that they really did not like about this movie. I guess I'll start real quick. First thing, well, I'm not even gonna say this about the movie first. The first thing I'm gonna hate on is the coverage of the movie. The movie
Mm,
coverage, all just, I mean, it was so much. When you
hmm.
go into a movie knowing there was 13,000 reshoots, there was mad scenes going to be removed, there was over budget or under budget, like you just hear so many things and you can't help but think about it while you're watching it. And then when you notice something, you're like, oh, there it is. There it is. And it even pulls you out of the movie for a brief second.
Yeah.
I hate that. And I'm going to consciously try to stop following so much news. Obviously, we follow Marvel, so we're going to, catch wind of a lot of stuff. But there comes a point where you have to draw a line because it starts
Yeah.
messing with your movie experience. And that's something I've been battling with since we actually started doing YouTube and years ago. And it's annoying because I think this movie would have been much better if I didn't know anything
Mhm,
about it. You know what I mean? And then secondly,
mhm.
why do they cut trailers this way? Why do you give up so much in the trailer? You realize the only thing they didn't give up in the trailer was the leader. That is the only thing that we did
Yeah, they
not
Yeah.
know
kind of
about this
gave up
movie.
the leader, kind of.
Cause they're trying to
They
do
kind of, but
anything
you
to
had
get
to
you
look.
in the seat.
Man, it's Captain America, y'all. It's
It's a
Harrison Ford.
black Captain America. They're trying to do anything and everything to get people in the seat.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, it would have been so much better if we would have been surprised
It
in
would
the
have been.
movie. It's Harrison Ford. That's enough. That's President Ross. Um,
Hmm.
Cap is Cap. Like, I don't know, man. I think they're, yeah. I mean, it's a money game. We know it's all about getting money.
Hmm.
So you got
People
to
don't
put that
risk going
hard
to the
time.
movies as much anymore.
Did you say that again?
People don't risk like going to the
Oh
movies
yeah.
as much anymore.
Okay.
If they don't know, then they're not going to go. So like I feel like a strategy by these industries is to say show them as much action as possible so they're like no, I have to see that. I have to go see it in the theaters. I can't wait. But then like yeah, you run the risk of literally giving it all and it's like, well,
Right.
I saw the entire movie in the trailer, like, you know. But
The
completely right.
entire.
It's just
It's
it's all
yeah.
frustrating.
And that's probably my biggest gripe with this whole movie. I knew too
Yeah.
much. I knew
Yeah, you
way
will.
too
You
much
will.
going into it. There was not a single surprise in that movie for me. The only thing that was surprising was, and it wasn't surprising, it was just some of that the action choreography that I didn't see in the trailer. That was it. Like everything else, I pretty much knew this was going to happen. You know what I mean? So I that spoiled too much of the movie for me, and yeah, that took it down a few pegs. Um, I guess making it more enjoyable is that I did watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier a little bit before I seen it, so it just kind of felt
Hmm.
like that seamless, smooth transition
Yeah.
into it. I wish I would have watched The Hawk though. And if
Mm.
anybody's listening or watches this and didn't see the movie yet, go watch Incredible Hulk first, and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier before you get this movie, because then you get more bang for your buck. You'll get you'll get the context. I spit it from the diaphragm as Heimlich.
It's
All that.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Yes,
But really,
indeed.
yeah,
Okay.
that part. That's just a little bit. I'll pass it around. Taylor Day. Is there anything that really just like,
TD.
oh, why?
All right, let's
Why?
run through the list. We
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about this a little bit before we hopped on,
Yes.
but whoever they had that was doing Isaiah Bradley's hair, that was a hate crime during Black History Month. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all try. I don't know why y'all trying to do this high top fade for him. That don't even make no sense for him to have a high top fade to begin with.
What was
And
that
then number
boy's name,
two, the
Taylor, from,
inconsistencies
Low
of how
Down
it
Dirty
was.
Shame?
What it
Was
was.
Wayman?
It
He had the Wayman from Low Down Dirty.
it was terrible.
You want some egg, Shane? Miss what
It-
you
Oh,
Truly,
no.
it made no sense. And then it mainly didn't make. There was when they had him in prison. It was like they
Right.
didn't try. It was like they had the hair clippings from the like floor of the barbershop, and they just
Uh-huh.
slapped a little wig glue and then plopped it on top.
Stop it
It
on there.
didn't
Yeah.
make any sense. You're saying, oh, he's in prison. His hair has grown out. Yeah, he's still completely smooth on the sides.
Right. Exactly.
He
Yeah.
said the
That's a
attention to
movie
detail was
problem, though.
young.
That's an extra movie problem. It'd be a lot of people in movies that got crisp hairlines, and
That's a
I'd be like,
niglet
come on,
problem,
bro.
though,
Why?
too, man. Like,
why-
you just ain't doing
why
the
we-
nig correctly, man. Like,
It'd be a bum on the street, and he in the
Yeah.
movie, so he got a crispy joint. It'd be like, come on, man.
with
Come
the
on, give us some-
Beijing, though.
It didn't make
Spray
sense.
on Beijing. I mean, just real squared
terrible.
off hairline, man.
And
You're right. Taylor.
initially, I was really upset too because I was like, "Y'all are in Atlanta. What are y'all doing?" But then I saw in the credits like they were all over. They were not. They probably did not have black. Maybe they did, but y'all gonna have to answer for what his head looked like. So that was
Hey,
one
Namor
thing.
now.
It was
Say
it was
Namor.
wild. It was crazy. I was like, y'all setting us back. Y'all really got rid of DEI really quickly. Like y'all got rid of DEI hella quickly. What? Okay, so that was one thing. Okay, so there were like on to what Anton said about like reshoot stuff like that. After the Hulk fight, where he's standing there talking to him, trying to talk him down, and
The
trying
worst
to
shot
like
in the whole movie.
yeah, it looked terrible.
That
It
was the
looked
worst crop
terrible.
I've seen in my-
It was awful, and I was like, ooh, like, and especially
Noticeably
like
bad.
what did you guys have originally that you said no, he needs to like, and also when has it ever worked before to try to like reach Hulk's humanity? It took Bruce years to get a hold on his own humanity in the Hulk state. Red Hulk is just like immediately like, oh, my daughter. Like, no. What did y'all have before? Please tell me what you had before. That was dumb. I'm trying to think what else did I not like? I think those were the two main things. They definitely, I agree with Derpy Entertainment. They definitely kind of wasted Giancarlo Esposito. How dare you? That man is a national treasure, and you better bring him back in an
Crazy
even
good
bigger role if
actor.
that's the case. Because
Big
I
brother
would have
almighty.
I probably would have rather had him as the other guy, even though I love Tim Blake Nelson. But oh yes, so that takes me to the next one, the villain. I wish they would have, instead of like, spending all the money doing reshoots and all that rotoscope, I wish they would have spent more money in doing CGI for the whole head brain situation. Y'all could have had like a Dark Knight, like, Harvey Dent Two-Face situation going on up here. But instead, y'all went in and put on this like brain wig on top of this man. And it just took me out of it. I was like, the eyes were looking cool, the greenness was looking kind of cool, but then I had to stare at literally his cap, and I was just like, no, I was no,
Yeah.
thank you.
He's a hard one, man. He's hard. How do you do a leader, to be honest? Like, imagine if he was the leader of the comics, where he had this, where his hat would have been up here with it.
That would have
Just
been
imagine
crazy
that.
too.
Bing. Just all this
He
is
would have
big
had the
wigging playing.
Ti. He would have
Bing.
had the
I
Ti. This
again, I think they
Like
had the
this.
concept right. The execution just wasn't for me.
I agree with you though, Taylor. I agree. They didn't execute it very well. It just makes you
Yeah.
wonder where all these dollars that they spend go. I bet you
Telling
they
you,
didn't pay Anthony
that
Mackie more
rotoscope.
than $5 million for this movie.
No,
Guaranteed.
yeah.
So where did all the money go? Did Harrison get the dumb bag? Did he get the super bag?
He definitely got a super bag, but I'm telling you, it's expensive in post to have to go back and take like scenes you've already shot and kind of cut things out, pull it out, put something else in there. All that takes time and is expensive. So in my mind, my limited understanding, a lot of that budget went to those reshoots, the rotoscope. They had so many rotoscope people in those in the credits. I was like, yikes.
For all the uninitiated, because I'm one of them. What is rotoscoping?
So it's like it's a part of post, it's part of editing where you have to go in like, okay, so for example, let's say we're in a movie and we film something on a screen. Let's say we're in the bunker and there's those TVs that they had or that had like all the news and stuff. Say we filmed something and there was information on up there that was about Sabra, and that was about Captain Israel. And so we filmed it like that because that was originally in the script. And then you get to post, you guys decide you're going to completely scrap all of Sabra. Now your entire post department has to go in, pull all those scenes, cut out, basically remove what's on all those screens that you physically shot. Not that they were green screened up there. No, you physically shot them on the screen. Yeah. And you have to cut them out, take them out, and then repaste in the new thing that you want. It takes a long time and it's very expensive and it's time consuming. So usually when you're filming things, in my experience, things I've been on where we had to do things like that, it's easier if you were to do green screen or blue screen. And then once you finalize what you want, then inserting it that way rather than filming something and then deciding later on, oh, we don't want that. Right. We need to take that out. So again, they probably had that for much larger things in the case of this film, but rotoscope is a post department. It's nightmare. It's bad. But somebody also probably got paid a nice check because of it. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, from what I've heard about all these companies who do VFX and all that, they're not getting paid that much because everybody's lowballing each other. Now, I don't know how it's been since the all the strikes and all that stuff, which I don't know if that even affected
it did.
VFX artists. Okay. But these companies put in bids and they're just out here lowballing each other. So that nobody's really getting paid by the end of it because you know how Disney is. So it's weird.
The mouse.
Savagery.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It makes me question the process of movies sometimes, and especially MCU stuff because somebody had to first of all, they okayed the script. They okayed everything to be shot. Well, now who's coming back and saying no? Who's, you know what I mean? Who's come back and checking okay, no, we can't do that. Even though I told you, you can go ahead and do that. Now, no, cut that scene, even though I told you to put that scene in, or it was cool to put that scene in. Who is doing this? Is it Kevin? Is it Kevin that's fumbling the bag, or is it more Disney seeing things that might be controversial or put their brand in a bind, or a different country saying we will not show your movie in our country because you got this in there? I just wonder. I
wonder too. It's usually all the above.
Sabotage to me.
Yeah. It could also be what they filmed and then they test it with audiences, early screenings, and then people are and they're okay, we have to go back and change it. It could. It's all of it,
Well, even that though, I mean, I don't know how many people are in a screening, so I can't say, but it's a very small sample size. So why are we dictating everything, overall sweeping changes of a movie based off of probably 25 people? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
certain
it means
things
somebody
don't
ain't
make
doing their
sense to me.
job. You know, somebody
I don't
ain't
know,
doing
man.
their job. And it'd be fired if they
Somebody's
do
not.
that many reshoots.
Like this movie had everything it needed to be like top tier shit. You know what I mean? Like it had it all.
100%.
What happened? What happened? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of people talk about this movie. I've heard people, say what things that could have been changed that would have made it great and all this stuff. And every single time I hear them say it, I'm like, why didn't they think of that? Because it's so easy. Like I listened to Den of Nerd. It's called Den of Nerds. I think that's
Mhm.
what they're
Yeah,
called.
dinner nerds.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Den of Nerds. He came up with like a list of four things. Um, what was it? One of them was instead of making Ross the president right out the gate, have him running for president and
Mm.
having the leader manipulating everything around it so he eventually wins. So it gives the leader
So showing the
a
process,
much
kind of.
more of a purpose, makes him feel way more nefarious, if that's the correct word, more evil, diabolical, and then
Hmm.
he betrays him in the end. So now you like, oh, I understand now. Leaders, you know what I mean. A leader can really go in on him. It's like, and
Mm.
then I mean, people say put more Red Hawk in there. I understand why Hawk is not in there more because that's expensive.
I mean,
I know that
that's
part's expensive,
expensive.
but
I mean,
would it have
I,
saved the movie more?
no.
Nah, it wouldn't have.
I mean, I still think there was just a miss with them not connecting stuff that we had seen before. Like, where was the Dora? Where was Riri Williams? I mean, there were still people running around doing things. I feel like
They
you can't tell
scrapping
me
all
that, that Ironheart, what they just pulled up just to kind of, I mean, that was a major situation that was going on in DC that would have impacted the entire universe. Well, when I say universe, I'm talking like America, that Earth 616. It would have impacted all of that. So I don't understand why there was none of them were there. I mean, and Bucky just kind of pulled up randomly. You know what I'm saying? It's
that. He
Yeah.
like
did.
there was a
The
lot
problem
that
was
just
that
was not explained, and for me, still, I still don't understand like where the power broker is in all of this, because she was brokering deals with somebody. It wasn't just Val. I mean, she was a former what Shield agent. You know, what I mean,
Mhm.
like it's so many things to me that they could have done. It
Anything's
was
better
better
than
than Quantum
Quantum
Mania.
Mania. Any movie is better than
Yeah,
Quantum.
that
Yeah.
was garbage, man. I mean, that might have been the worst one for real.
it's very close.
Stinker.
Yeah, yeah, it
I
was
mean, to
close.
me, we can really wash that away from the MCU and just pretend that that never really happened.
They're gonna have to just because of
In my opinion,
Kang. You know what I mean? Until they,
I would rather bring Kang back in a different. They can bring him back looking like the leader if they want to, and I would have more respect for
we might do that next show because there's a lot of recasting stuff about him as well.
it. They can
I
put
do want to
Megan
get to
Good
one
in
more
there
thing though.
as a character, and I'd be
Oh
like,
my
okay.
gosh, you wilding now. Oh no. The other thing I didn't like about this movie, and I shouldn't even say I didn't like, it just it was so unbelievable to me, was Sabra. Dog,
Mhm.
is that not the littlest Black Widow you've ever seen in your life?
Man,
She's
she
like
was over there.
5'1", but she was putting hands on them like I don't know. It's different when you punch somebody. I get, punching is different. But when you grab somebody and like,
I
you
thought
know
she
what I
was a
mean, give them the
midget.
ooh, 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 she can't do that,
In,
bro. I'm sorry. It's just
initially,
physics don't work that way.
I thought
This
she
is
It's
was
just
a
don't work that
midget,
way.
and
unexpected.
I was like, man, like how they get this midget in here
Oh,
to
you go.
working intel for the president? That's what I didn't realize she was 5 foot. Initially, I was like, man, they got a midget in here whose body
Oh my
people.
Nigga. Hey.
Can't take folks nowhere. You know you
Nowhere.
can't take folks nowhere, man.
Nowhere.
So y'all didn't think she was a midget when y'all first seen her.
Y'all can't say that word no more.
Hey, no, I didn't think she was, you know what I mean, a little person. I just thought she was man short, just to be
I
real.
think-
Like I thought she was like 5 foot. It just like when she was walking down the hallway, I'm like,
There's no way she's.
Man,
But
looks
mainly, it's like what the
There's
like.
no way. I mean,
I think
Manny
that was also
Pacquiao
like
was
a-
like 5'3", 5'4".
Yeah, I think it was also like a form of like representation, though. I think they did that purposely.
So you
'cause
mean
she's
I
that-
know you
short?
don't believe
What are you
it,
talking about?
but
so
that
they
short?
she like she probably does. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to like speculate about like what she does or doesn't
Man,
have.
Marvel really is about representation for all. So you mean to tell me they wanted to have a little person on there to show that little people get busy too? Pause. And can
I don't
know.
run off
Why
the
not?
ball.
Why not?
Don't know.
Why not?
Do you know the actor's name? What was the actor's name? Do you know?
I think her name's Shira something. I can't remember.
Like I have no problem with her acting. She can act her ass off.
I
It
thought
just,
was
you know,
Warwick
certain
Davis.
things just got to be believable, and it just didn't feel believable. She was in that hallway with grown men throwing them around. You know what I mean? She was doing some wild. I'm like, hold up, bro. That physically just don't make sense. But I did hear some comic book wise,
She's
and it
about-
kind of makes
Shira
sense.
Haas.
Shira Haas.
she's
How do you
about
spell
as
that?
tall
I
as
just want to.
Warwick Davis.
Shira, last name Haas. Shira Haas. Who's Rosa Salazar? I don't remember seeing her in the movie. Okay, I'm going to give you guys also an official definition of rotoscoping because I hope nobody comes out here saying she just said that," you know. Anyway,
Probably
so
do.
the Google definition for rotoscoping is an animation technique that involves tracing over live action footage to create realistic movement. It's used to
Okay.
create animated sequences for movies and visual effects. So how it works, filmmakers shoot a sequence of live action footage. Footage is projected onto a surface. Animators trace over the footage frame by frame. So it's still like that, changing things frame by frame. So it takes a long time to.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, I understand that. I definitely
Her
do.
name is Shira Haas.
it also says
right?
it's used to remove things from a scene like wires or people or anything else. So anyway, so yes, Shira Haas plays
She's only
Sabra.
29 years old. She young.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have no beef with her at all. It was just
No. I ain't
There's
got
certain
no
things
beef with
that-
her.
like when I watch a movie, I'd be like, okay, I need at least a tad bit of realism, even though we have to. When you talk about superhero movies, you got to suspend
She
Yeah,
I mean,
disbelief.
you gotta
5 feet.
disbelief on that. But it looks very odd when you see somebody that looks like they're 4'8", 5 foot, dismantling grown men with no gun either. Like she was in
That's
there.
that 4'11" widow.
That means she would have put paws on the door, and I cannot.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I don't know about that. We ain't gonna go. We ain't gonna entertain that thought. Nah, that's the door would have. Yeah, nah, there's no way.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
is why Shira is so small. So she's under 5 feet. She's 4'11". Her petite
Okay.
stature is partly due to her chemotherapy treatments she received after being diagnosed with kidney cancer at the age of 2. See, now y'all look like the a-hole now, saying she's
No,
too
I don't.
small. And
No,
this,
No. First of all, shout out to her
put
for
it on
just
me,
surviving and
Uh-uh.
becoming a movie star, and you know what I mean.
Facts.
It's not. I promise
First
you, I
of
don't
all,
have jokes for
I'm
it. It just
glad
don't.
she
It
survived.
didn't make sense to me.
I'm glad she survived.
that's right.
But there's always a
It
but.
just visually
Dot,
on the
dot,
screen,
dot.
it didn't make sense to me.
There's always a but.
Y'all so crazy.
We ain't seen no black widows under 5 feet. I'm sorry.
But
That could have been
that's
something.
another. I was going to say that.
Everything.
I wonder.
There's a bunch of them. There was a bunch of them though. So I can't.
They
say
say
nothing.
that in the comic books, actually, the widows actually took a form of serum.
Really?
I don't know, yeah,
I
it's
believe
not
it.
a super joint, but they had a form of serum, which would
I
make
believe it.
sense. That's why, you know what I mean. Natalia, is that? Oh, no, I was saying Natalia. Black
Yeah, I
Widow
believe it.
survived 2 decades in the MCU because she went up against some things and she
A whole lot. of
dismantled a
things.
lot of things. You know what I mean?
Black
So
Widow was nice,
nice.
and her sister.
Yeah,
They both
Yelena.
nice.
Yeah, they get busy.
Yeah, Yelena's nice too.
They do. They get down.
Yelena was giving it to your boy.
That biz.
She was giving him the business.
I'm trying to think what else to talk about in this movie before we stab out of here.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, she'll give it to Hawkeye. I think, yeah, she would beat the brakes off Hawkeye in the long run. I mean, hand to hand. I think Black Widow is the coldest on the team, just to be real. But
That's real.
I mean, I don't know. Little shorty that was waxing people.
She will.
She take that in the nicest stuff. I mean, she took down some cats Sam couldn't take down.
Yeah.
And she did it relatively
Amen,
easy.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
so
about to see
another
it again. Go ahead, man. Yeah.
question and also a comment. The last thing I didn't like. So her name is Saber, right? If you Google it, it says Saber, but I think they changed her name to Ruth in the movie. And
Yes,
at the
they did.
end, Isaiah said he's going to a basketball game with Ruth, right? And she's Ruth, right? And she was talking about how she was thirsting over Bucky and she didn't care that he was old, right? We're making all those connections, right?
Right.
That's what I didn't like. I don't want them two together. Like, that's weird.
No, I think Bucky went ahead and handled that one good time.
I mean, like, not even just Bucky, but like even Isaiah with her.
I mean, Bucky was with Sam's sister.
Those two make sense, but Ruth being 4'11", like y'all already said, with Isaiah Washington as old as he is, and how big as he is.
Bucky's 134. He's old.
I know, but it's less about the age and more about the optics.
Sister.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
optics.
Bucky don't look old. That's the thing. Isaiah
Bucky
look
doesn't
like
old. Isaiah literally looks like your grandfather.
yeah, he look
with that
like
little woman. That's
Yeah,
nasty.
It is
Isaiah
kind of
do
weird.
look like he wears sandals and he grills.
Listen,
Cook a mean rib. You cook a mean rib, y'all. Y'all better stop playing with Isaiah. Yeah, that would be weird. I agree with you on that one.
I'm like,
Yeah,
But shout out to her to the game, though. I respect
that
it.
would be weird, but she was definitely thirsty.
she was
Nothing
a little
else.
bit.
She was mean and she was thirsty.
Oh man, I want to see this movie again, though. Like it
But
comes
Bucky
back
know
to
he's
me in
savage though
spots.
for pulling up on these women like he was doing, and he pulled up on Sam's sister. I would still have an issue if I'm Sam, just because. Like hold on, Bucky, you getting a little, you know. What
I
I'm
wish
saying?
they would have added in
You
there that he asked
134.
about her.
You gonna break my sister's heart, bro. You gonna
Oh,
break
yeah.
her for.
Ooh, that's another thing I did not care for. I didn't care for him like running for office.
I wouldn't feel.
Who, Bucky?
Yeah.
Because
I don't
Bucky's
like
a
it.
classic person where you can whisper that little thing to him.
He got deprogrammed, but
And
that's
then he's
not.
about
It's
to
not a
go-
thing no
But
more.
still, he was never a politician.
He wasn't. But we know in
What's Bucky
Thunderbolts he
gonna
come out
do?
of retirement. He coming out of
What's Bucky
retirement.
gonna
in
do as a
Thunderbolts.
politician? He's gonna be
Yeah.
out there like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Mm. The wild part is he has to go campaign as James Buchanan Barnes.
James
He has to
Buchanan Barnes.
campaign. And everybody knows him.
Throwing up
That's
the peace
very-
sign, like
It's bad
You know,
for
like,
his
no.
government name.
We all know in America that he would get elected.
James
Don't even-
Tiberius
We know he
Buchanan, running for president.
We glorify our military servicemen, and
We do.
this nigga got a metal arm, bruh.
That's why
He's
Ross.
gonna be in
That's why
the.
Ross
We let
got there.
we let Arnold Schwarzenegger become a governor. Yeah, Buchanan is becoming one. Buchanan is a lock. He is a-
You say the
he's
world,
locked into
you
that
good.
office. Yeah, Jesse the Body Ventura became a governor. Oh yeah,
Factual.
he's locked in.
Oh, man,
He's
that's
locked.
Of all places, this man was Governor of
Bruh, I'm
Minnesota, of
telling
all places.
you. That's America though. We like recognizable faces, no matter where they
We
come from.
almost had
We love a
Herschel
face that we
Walker.
know.
Herschel
Yeah,
Walker was
Herschel
damn
Walker.
near
Yep,
senator.
telling you, bruh. Let me
Barely
get a
spell a sentence.
recognizable
He could barely
face.
write his name. Talking about,
Ah,
I'm running for senator.
You talking about Herschel? Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to Herschel. He had that
Herschel
CTE
don't
and
know what two plus two is.
still
shout
made
out
it
to
to
her
the
Senator.
CTE.
office. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about him running for office for real. Obviously we'll find out more in Thunderbolts. But
Mhm.
he was in office in one of the What If episodes too, wasn't he?
He
Was
He
he?
was the
was.
Oh,
He
president.
sure
I
was.
think he was the president.
He was. He was
Was
President
he the president?
Barnes.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was the
President
president.
Barnes.
Yeah. I think that
okay.
was season
Well,
2 show. Yeah. So
I think they
they
got that
foreshadowed
from
this.
that.
What If. Yeah, they got that from What If.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Hey, y'all.
Mm.
As you can tell, man, this movie is not a slam dunk. We all have issues. It had a few
Mhm.
turnovers. But ultimately it won the game in the last second
Good.
with the buzzer beater. We'll take it. But Marvel, you have to do better. You have to do better because this is supposed to be, I mean, we call this the launching pad to the new era. I mean, it's
Yeah.
called Brave New World. Um, y'all sabotage your own get off, and y'all did it yourselves. It wasn't nobody else except y'all. Um, there's a lot of, I know y'all left a lot of footage on the cutting room floor. You showed it to us actually. If y'all look at the trailers, it was stuff in those trailers that never made it to this film, and it's kind of weird. So y'all need to do better. Y'all better not mess up Thunderbolts because I'm super hyped for Thunderbolts. Who's ever writing X-Men 97 and your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man,
They need
y'all
to
better
write their
bring those
movies.
over to the live action boys because they killing y'all over here. They are killing it.
I got
Are
something to say.
go ahead, please say it.
Actual factuals.
I think I had a new trailer for Thunderbolts when I went to go see Captain America today. Because there were some clips in there that I don't remember seeing in previous
They had
trailers.
some extra clips. They had some extra
Yeah,
clips
they had
in
extra
the
clips,
joint.
right? And I was like, oh, interesting. So I also feel like they also went back and redid some stuff for Thunderbolts as well.
They
And I'm
had some
curious to see what that's
magazine
going to
clips.
end up being.
Hmm. I sure hope I'm not even gonna say it because we'll see. We'll see. I feel like they're gonna boost up Red Guardian more. Just really do. I think they're
They
gonna
need
add
to.
more
I
Red
think so
Guardian.
too.
I think it's gonna
I,
be.
He's
I hope it ain't
entertaining,
too much
man.
Red Guardian though. Hope it ain't too much Red Guardian. Y'all know how he
Yeah,
is,
you
man.
don't want to be.
We
You
got
don't want
one.
it to be too unserious.
they're
You
going to
want it to
punch
be
Got a
it
what
up.
if? We got a what if episode of him and Bucky, and we know what a
still
whole
the best
episode of Red
episode
Guardian. It was
of the whole
fire,
joint to me.
but it was only
Yeah,
27 minutes.
but still
Dang.
We
factual.
don't want. We
But
cannot have 2 hours and 37 minutes of all Red
listen,
Guardian, bro.
I might be laughing of Red Guardian talking about communism though, like for 2 hours.
Fam,
That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going
this
to
is
be.
what happened
You
when
mean your
Sentry threw him
country
out the
doesn't
window
do
in the
this?
trailer. He threw him out the
Man,
window. Brought
he's
his
so
ass right.
unserious though, man. He's like the dude that
He,
you would invite anywhere, and he can strike a conversation at the bar with anybody. That's why I love Red Guardian.
he gonna be loud as hell. He gonna draw all
Yep.
the attention. And he
Yep.
might get somebody mad, and everybody gonna be scrapping. He gonna be in there speaking his
Mm-hmm.
truth, but he ain't gonna care who listens.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
He's
But
speaking his
that
truth,
movie, yeah,
100%.
yeah, he ain't in there capping. He talking what he feel from the heart. He's not making up stuff. He's in there like, you know what I mean? Like he's saying what he gotta say. He just gonna say it in the funniest way,
He's
the
coming from the
loudest way.
heart.
Everybody gonna hear
Hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see. Guys. All right. Well, we went over 10 minutes, so that's cool. Um, next week, we're gonna talk about your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, y'all. The show is
Yay.
killing it. The show is killing it. We have
Hercules,
eight episodes in.
Hercules.
8 episodes in. I just finished it yesterday. Um, bruh. So we get 2
I
episodes
just finished
this
it.
Wednesday, and we'll wrap up the whole season. Season 1. I'm glad it's not the series finale. It's just the season
Mhm.
finale.
Just a season.
But on next week we'll really delve into Spider-Man because there's a lot. Show cleverly done. And like I said,
Your audio's cutting out.
mine is cutting out.
Yeah. You lean in.
Yeah.
We back.
Yeah, we back. We good.
We back. Okay.
Loud and proud. We got you.
Loud and proud. Yeah. Well, like I said before, y'all need to get those writers on some of these movies because
Did he
He's
freeze?
stuck. Yeah.
Dang.
He's got the
You know what it is? It's the
Damn.
leader. The leader that broke through his internet.
got me, y'all. Sam Stearns, where you at? Where you at, Sam?
Mhm.
All right. I'm done. All right, y'all. If y'all seen Captain America Brave New World, let us know what y'all think about it in the comments. If
Give
you
us your
liked it,
rating.
give
1
us
to
a
5.
give us a
5 being the
rating. Let us
best.
know if you think you could
1
improve
being-
this film.
0 being
Tell me
the
some
worst.
ideas.
There you go. He's
Gone
looking.
again. See?
Mhm. Somebody did. I need to take a screenshot of this right now.
I know. Even the look is like, dang. He's stuck.
Let me get that screenshot. That needs to be a thumbnail. Right there. Yeah, get that
It's a good
thumbnail
photo
going.
for a thumbnail.
But peoples, we do appreciate you.
That's
TD,
real.
Miss Taylor Day, J
Jay
Camp.
can't.
We are Simply Marvelous, aka Jason Fowles, giving it to you. Raw
Yeah.
uncut. Pause. We catch you at the next time, next Bat channel. And like Son said earlier, we're going to talk about the neighborhood friendly Spider-Man. We will see y'all.
We'll see y'all. Don't forget to subscribe and comment.
Oh, please. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button so people know when we live so we can bless somebody else as well. We appreciate y'all though. All day.
See y'all.
Peace.
We still alive. Oh man, guys, technical difficulties took us out. Where's we got? We got J Camp back, broadcasting live from downstairs now.
We actually ended the show. That's
Did y'all finish it?
Yes.
Good. I appreciate y'all. But it's still running though. Y'all just closed it. It's still going.
Yeah, we just closed browsers. That's all. You know.
Oh,
We
okay.
didn't
Nah,
have
this
the
show's still
ultimate-
going, bro.
We didn't have the
It is
blip
still
button.
going.
Yeah, we didn't have the blip button. The blip nigs out of here.
Oh my gosh. Well, since we still live, I will close it out officially. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is real raw rugged right here, y'all. Y'all seeing the real
Oh
stuff,
my
man. This is not a
gosh,
game.
man.
Right here.
I'm
We down
dead.
here. We out here. If you
Oh,
see the
boy.
shirt, go cop the project.
Go
Jason,
cop the project.
JSON.
Please.
Campfires on
Go cop the
Sunday.
project.
Yeah, we out here, man.
We
I
out
appreciate
here.
anybody who tuned in. Hopefully our connection is better next week. We really got to remedy this situation. It was definitely me on this end, and it sucks. It really does. So maybe this is gonna be my new background. Maybe I'm just gonna do it downstairs.
Actually, that's actually hard.
Nah, it's clean back
Go
here. We still got,
pause.
you know what I mean. Nah, it's picturesque around here. You see what's going on. You see what's going on. Right? You see what's out here.
Yeah, that's a dope one. That's a dope one. You know.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. One time, appreciate y'all. And we about to be out. All right, I'm gonna end this one though.